if you recall, in one of my in my last video, I should say, I said I do things or I make videos kind of spontaneously, and this is one of those videos. So, I've been wanting to do a story time, kind of, on myself. And I really didn't know what I should do, because I kind of have a lot. So, I just kind of figured one out. So for this particular video, or story time, I should say, trying to think how should I put this, or word this, not put this, how should I word it? Because a lot of it is kind of out there, to say the least. So, yeah, you know what? I'll start back before I was born. So, from what I understand and what my mom has told me, my grandma, she was psychically open, or what most people would call having a second sight. And she couldn't predict deaths or anything, not from what my mom has told me. But she could communicate with spirits or people that had passed on. My grandma had told my mom she was going to have a child that would have a gift such as hers, if not similar. Now, my mom at the time didn't know who it was or which child, because she had 3. My older sister, myself, and my younger brother. I don't... At first, I didn't really understand it, because, again, child mentality really doesn't understand that much. But when I was growing up, I used to have a lot of what we'll call nightmares, or vivid dreams. It was strange because I was having dreams of myself, or I would see myself. Now again, I didn't really understand it, didn't know why or how. But growing up, I want to say when I was about 12 is when my mom finally told me, or my aunt finally told me. I don't know who or who it was. It was one of those two. I remember that. But when I found out that I had a twin brother, as you can imagine, I was shocked, kind of a little freaked out, because when they had told me, it didn't make sense to me, because I didn't know, and I didn't see my twin brother or anywhere. And they had told me he had passed away. Now, again, me being the child that I was, I didn't really understand, or really didn't even know. So I didn't really ask that much. I just knew, seeing from my mom's facial expressions, that it kind of hurt her. It made her feel sad. Which again, it didn't really click. But growing up, I used to have a lot of dreams about my brother that I figured was myself. It was just myself having a vivid dream about myself. So growing up, it was really strange because the whole thing was, again, new and very not talked about by anyone. And in one of my previous videos, I talked about how when I was born with a lot of complications. One of the complications was physically I would have trouble developing, and mentally as well. And I really didn't, again, me being a child, really didn't understand why I was having trouble with a lot of this stuff, or why I looked the way I did. And it wasn't until my mom had told me, or my aunt had told me, that he wasn't the reason, or technically wasn't the cause either, just something that happened. So it was kind of, again, scary and very weird. But growing up, it was very, like I said, weird, because I saw and heard a lot of things that I guess no person, or, well, normal person, I should say, should, or could see or hear those type of things. And mind you, it's 3 o'clock in the morning right now as of filming this, I think. Probably later, but whatever. So my mind's kind of everywhere. So growing up, hearing and seeing a lot of the spirits and ghosts, or whatever you want to call them, it was kind of frustrating and scary at the same time. And I think my mom knew what was going on. I guess she didn't really want to tell me quite yet. Which, again, it's okay. I mean, I don't think anyone that age, growing up as a child, should know that type of thing, you know? But it kind of fueled my curiosity more, because it wasn't like they were scaring me, it was more like they just wanted someone to talk to. And it wasn't until I think it was my second or third year in high school that we had actually gone to a metaphysical store here in my hometown, and I got a reading by one of the psychics that are there, that to this day I still go get readings from. She had told me that my grandma was the one who initially, I guess, could say, knew about it or told my mom about it. And I kind of, again, was in shock, because it was like, what? And I kind of looked at her like, okay, you know, like, kind of like a skeptical person trying to just, I guess, take it all in. And I asked her, did either my grandma or my mom know that it was going to be a male child or one of the other children she had? And the psychic had told me, or kind of looked at me like, your grandma had a reason for not really, I guess, filling in your mom. Which again, okay, it's understandable because she didn't really know herself. Although the second sight was kind of a big part of it. Um, and this store that I go to even now, or before all this quarantine stuff happened, they're almost like one big family to me because they have helped me with a lot of it, helped me understand a lot of what I'm, I guess, going through or seeing or whatever. And I think now that I'm older, it's come more easy to quote unquote turn off the gift or turn it on when I want to. Before it wasn't that easy. Like I couldn't really do it on command. Before it was just stuck with me, kind of. Which, again, it was kind of frustrating because going to school and then having the visions or having spirits follow you around all day, kind of annoying. No offense. And it somewhat interfered with a lot of my schoolwork and a lot of my social life. Technically didn't have any, but still interfered. But I still, sometimes I guess, that curiosity in me and that part of myself that wants to understand and know why. Like, why it didn't happen, or why was I given a gift, or what some people would call a curse, which, it's both. Then I look at it more as a gift, because a lot of the times it's comforting, because now, especially now, my twin brother, he comes in a lot, and we talk. We just kind of try to catch up with him and try to see how he's doing, which is weird. Believe me, I know. But it gives me comfort knowing that even though he is gone, he's still here in some way, and I can still kind of somewhat talk to him, even if it's not a real conversation. It's more in my thoughts. I just wanted to try to do a story time or something like that, but going back to the whole psychic sight or second sight or whatever you want to call it, I don't really know if it's more of a bloodline type of thing or more just jumps from one family member to the next, or skips a generation or whatever. Which again, I won't know. I will never know because I don't want to get into the whole thing with that. But it's funny, kind of. It's funny, because a lot of the times I really don't get scared, or my fright level is not that bad. Like before as a child, oh yeah, my fright was up there. Like I'd be scared shitless sometimes. Um, Now I see it more as like funny, which is kind of cool too, because if I'm watching like a scary movie, it doesn't really scare me. It makes me more laugh, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with the whole second sight thing. It's just probably the way I am. But it it always intrigued me, kind of wanting to go to some haunted area, some haunted place like the Queen Mary or the Winchester Mystery House, just to like test myself out, like see how much I could actually communicate with or get in touch with. And I use that term lightly. um, and I guess also it gives me kind of a second chance to kind of relieve some emotions. I don't know. Because a lot of the times I feel like, why, or why did this happen, or why did this person have to leave? Mainly in my family. It gives me kind of closure, more closure than I should have at the initial blow. um, Also, sorry if this whole thing is kind of choppy. But I don't know. It kind of seems cool and almost very mysterious because a lot of the times like I said, it gives me closure, and it sometimes is kind of cool. Now, I don't know if I could do it as a whole, like, thing, like some of these other people have done, but it's more or less just me trying to kind of get a feel for everything. Almost like if you're riding a bike, put it that way. It's not that easy. And I just. And I know a lot of people are probably going to think, like, what the heck is he talking about? What the heck is he on? Like, believe me, I've been there, done that, seen that, whatever. I don't really let people's ignorance affect me because, again, I've gone through it. I've gone through the whole stuff. Put it that way. Because in my last video, or one of my previous videos, I said that I was bullied in school a lot. For things that I had no control over, that I couldn't fix. So I'm kind of kind of used to it. Kind of used to like what we'll call haters. Um, but I kind of wanted to make the video just to talk about it because I personally think it's cool. I mean, not a lot of people would think that, but me personally, I think it's very cool, and it's very, again, mysterious because it is. You never know what gift you'll have because, from what I understand, there's a whole like list of different what we'll call psychic abilities or stuff like that. But I won't get into those because I'm not about to do a whole list of the types of gifts that there are. Um, well, sorry, my mind kind of went somewhere else. But if you have any questions or if you have any other things that you think I should talk about, or like if you have anything you want to know, leave it down in the comments. Ask a question and I'll see if I can try to answer it the best I can in one of my next videos if I make it. If not, that's okay. You don't have to really comment. You can always like the video, share it, subscribe, or dislike the video. It's okay too. Cause I'm kind of weird, but yeah, it's okay. So again, if you like the video, give it a like. If you dislike it, give it a dislike. Share it, comment, do all that stuff. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell and click all to receive any notifications when I post a new update or video. And have a good night.